And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday. It is June 29th. I didn't change that in here. Didn't change any of that. June 29th, 2019. You'd think I was gone for a week. It is season 13, episode 23. I'm Scott.
I'm RJ.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Matt.
Yeah, that's how it works now. Look at that.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I was always last, so.
I know, it used to be, but you were gone for like a year.
Longer, I think.
Longer than that.
Yeah, it's been January.
Yeah,
last year.
you've been gone for a while. So, you know, you got to take middle seat.
Hey,
work your way back up.
I'm fine with that.
Matt takes lots of vacations, so you know he goes away for
vacations.
Well, you know what I mean. He's not here a lot of the time. So you know he
What
wasn't.
me?
He wasn't here the week before last. He wasn't here last week.
Well, neither were you, so.
I know, but you weren't going to be here last week anyway. So you know, he takes some time away.
Absolutely.
Welcome back, by the way, Nate.
Thank you.
So it is very nice to
Yes,
have you
Nate,
back.
good seeing you again.
If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can call
just
us.
me.
Or just well, he's
Just
not
call
answering
Nate.
the phones anymore.
I'll still talk to him on
Yeah,
there.
I'll handle the phone.
334-272-9228. 334-272-9228 is the number. Check out ingamechat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can find us on Facebook at InGameChat. You can email us, everyone, at ingamechat.net. It's basically in-game chat for anything we do. Guess what? There's a clan on Destiny. It's called In-Game Chat. Guess what? There's a group on Steam. It's called In-Game Chat. There's, we have a Discord. Bet you can't guess the name. In-Game
Is
Chat.
it in-game chat? Or you can call Nate on his personal cell phone at...
Yeah, it's all about branding.
Branding?
In-game chat, IGC. We are streaming on Twitch right now. Go to twitch.tv and then type in-game chat in the search bar and you can find us. Go to our website, click on the links. You can find us there. Join in the chat room live while we broadcast. Let me do this, which I don't know that I need to do anymore.
Tradition?
At this point, yes. At this point. So, welcome to the show, everybody. I was sick last week.
Yes, you were. You feeling better?
I am. I actually had to bail out of work.
You had a fever, didn't you? Just
Yeah,
temperature
I had to
went
bail
up.
out of work on Thursday of not last week, but the week before, and it was basically because I came down with a fever.
Mm-hmm.
I left early Wednesday, and by leaving early Wednesday, I mean like an hour early. I just felt achy and just was like, I just want to go home. So I went home, took my temperature, 99. I was like, oh crap, it was 99.9 actually, and so it went away. You know, I took the next day off, so I wasn't at work on Thursday, and then I came back on Friday and worked some, but I was still kind of tired or whatever. And I thought, yeah, let's just not do a show this weekend, and I'll just kind of spend it and rest. Not that I did that actually. I played Destiny all weekend because there was a stupid quest line in Iron Banner that, oh god, it was horrible just for the stupid armor. But I did it anyway. I don't understand why.
You showed that game what's what.
I know. But I did it. I got through it and I got it done. So, there. Ha. I'll probably do it again on my other character when it comes around, even though I'm complaining about it. I have no idea.
That's part of gaming.
That's part of addiction, is what that's part of. That's a part of recognizing that you loathe having to do that, but still going through it anyway.
Some would still say that's gaming.
Yeah, no, it probably is. Addiction, gaming, same thing.
Which, speaking of that, I hopped into the vanilla WoW
Oh yeah,
open beta, whatever the heck it was.
Yeah.
And I literally just subscribed for the month just to
just
try
to check it out. Yeah.
Oof.
Oof.
Have you ever done Vanilla WoW?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
But it's been a minute.
Oh, it's been a minute, but it brings back memories. I'm like, well, all right, I'm playing.
Good or bad?
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, lots of hours of doing stuff you didn't want to do,
Yeah.
but you still had to keep playing.
But in this case, it wasn't not as good.
Oh no, it's amazing.
Okay.
It brought back so many memories.
Okay.
It's an instant subscribe.
Okay.
I'll play for.
I heard oof, and I've never heard that it applies
no, it
apply
just-
with anything good. Okay.
It's not good because it's an addiction.
That was my phone.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I forgot to turn that off.
You're struggling today.
I know. Just trying to catch.
I'm throwing you all off.
Oh, you know what it was? It was now the text message from Wario64 reminding me that the Art of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order has whatever the price that it has.
We need to try to get him on the show.
Huh?
We need to try to get him on the show,
I don't think he does interviews.
He doesn't.
No.
but we need to try.
Yeah. The other thing was, what was it? Oh, Lethal Migraine says, I once went to work with 103 temp. It builds character. Listen, this is a radio station. They get massively angry if you walk in here with some sort of problem that can spread.
Yeah. Voice is kind of important in radio, so you got something that'll mess with someone's voice and someone's ability to broadcast. Yeah.
I thought it was all about your looks because people always tell me I have a face for it.
Now they're very strict here about, like, if you're sick, get the hell out of here.
We'll
Do not come to work if you are sick, ever.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, Matt.
I make sure that I don't come to work when I'm sick. And I also make sure to try and not get sick, which is the whole point. Anyway, let's get on with the shoe. I don't remember what we talked about 2 weeks ago. I know that we didn't get through everything that I wanted to get through. We covered a whole lot of E3 stuff, but we didn't cover everything. So...
A lot of E3,
but I can't remember what we didn't or didn't do. It's just kind of...
A lot of E3 for me was just kind of a bust.
It really was. I mean, for the most part, it felt like it was a bust, only in the sense
Especially
that...
like Bethesda's.
Well, we talked about it. Out of the ever how many days of E3 that we had, or at least that were presented to the public in the press conferences, however many hours that was, however many press conferences we had, I think there was a total of maybe combined 45 minutes of actual gameplay footage, 20 of that being Jedi Fallen Order.
The best part of it.
You know? And so...
Are you saying between all of the shows?
All of them. Actual gameplay.
I did not
Watch
see that.
Dogs showed gameplay.
Yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order showed gameplay.
Yes.
Microsoft showed no gameplay at all.
That's true.
I mean, what games would they show?
I mean, they showed a lot of games, but they showed no gameplay.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of Cyberpunk, but it was like maybe, you know.
Well, Cyberpunk had that. Well, it wasn't gameplay; it was more just a trailer.
It was more like a trailer. Yeah. It really didn't feel like gameplay. It felt like a trailer. So
But Keanu was there. So.
there was hardly any gameplay whatsoever. Now Nintendo showed off some gameplay. This was the total amount of gameplay shown. This was before Tuesday's press conferences. So this was before Nintendo.
Yeah.
Which they showed off a lot of gameplay.
Oh.
It also combined the Final Fantasy remake gameplay that was shown.
Yeah.
So I mean, there was all of this, but it was honestly not a lot. There was a ton of E3 stuff, very little gameplay.
I think we mentioned that Nintendo pretty much stole the show this year.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I feel like they did better than anybody else as far as presenting, like, here's games, here's some gameplay, here's stuff you can play, here's things coming out this year, here's things coming out next year.
Yeah.
But, you know, mostly here's things. There was nothing. Maybe Gears 5 from Microsoft. Maybe Gears 5, and of course some DLC they announced, the Forza Lego stuff. But nothing that is coming out until next year.
Yeah, I think it was after E3 they announced that they're doing a flight sim. And
It was announced during E3.
No,
oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
That,
I think,
yeah.
I think at this point, I think I've mentioned it before, that E3 at this point is just getting to the point where you just wait for the thing to go over and you just go to YouTube for the highlights.
Yeah, go to YouTube for the trailers.
Yeah,
or
that's pretty much it.
E3recap.com.
That's another way you can do it. Either way, it was rather disappointing in that regard as far as the game. It was exciting to see that, hey, we've got this to look forward to, yes. I think you get that with every E3. It's like, oh, I have this to look forward to. That's exciting. But for the most part, it was all stuff very far out. You got very little info from it.
Could you imagine if you actually went out there to California for that?
Well, no. Then you get to go like.
Yeah, it's worth it then.
Then you get to meet up with developers
and
and stuff and get shown gameplay and get to have it in your hands and possibly play it in some instances and in others no. So, that was the point. The point of going out to E3 was never to go to the press conferences. I enjoyed getting in them because it was something because nothing else was going on. So it's fun to go and do those things. But the real meat of E3 was Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which was during the show floor hours where you could have access to play these games, to talk to these developers and that sort of thing.
I'd be really curious to know what the overall last few years of gameplay total footage has been.
That's a good question.
Each year.
That's a very good question. I am not sure exactly what that amount would be. I think it's better some years and it's worse others, that sort of thing. I think you get that. It's all about what's ready and what they want to show you. And a lot of what was shown was stuff coming, which is interesting because we didn't get any kind of Call of Duty gameplay, which usually comes out in November, or October, I guess, whatever it is going to get. There was no Assassin's Creed to show off.
No. But I think they sort of strayed away from the yearly model.
Well, I think they have as well.
Which is good.
But, even there was nothing, though. I mean, Ubisoft announced nothing for Assassin's Creed.
Do you think it would have changed a whole lot if Sony was there?
That's a good question. I don't know. What does Sony have this year? Right? We don't know, and it's not because we don't know because they weren't at E3. We don't know because I don't think they've got anything this year.
I would have been fine with an hour of Death Stranding.
Right? Death Stranding's next year, isn't it? Or is that November? That's November, right? Yeah. Well, see, they showed an hour of Death Stranding, right? Wasn't there...
The week prior.
Yeah, week prior they showed about an hour of gameplay of Death Stranding.
Because they weren't at E3.
I am still so lost at just...
Oh. That was a
you think you're going to play it and figure it out either?
That was a day one pre-order for me.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I got the collector's edition.
You got the baby?
I wanted the BB.
As long as that's the only baby you get.
Why? Why not?
Oh, man.
Hey, I mean, I had the Best Buy discount. So.
See, to me, I wonder, is that what happens when you, don't put any restraints on Kojima? This is what you get?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pure, unadulterated, I don't know what the heck is going on.
And I'm okay with that.
I chalk it up to something original.
That's what we talked about. We were talking about the originality of it.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with it. More originality is fine. Does
anyone have an issue with it?
Huh?
Did people have an issue with it?
No, I mean...
It's not that I have an issue with it. It's just, I'm just more weird for just the sake of weirdness. I don't know.
Well, first of all, can you compare it to anything? That's what I'm talking about. The lack of
I haven't done any drugs in my life, so no, I really
time,
can't. I just imagine this is what happens if you get super high on something and play video games. That's the only thing I could think of. It just, I don't know.
But I'm pretty sure he's not.
I mean, Kojima by himself he's strange enough as it
I understand.
And part of me wonders how much we like to throw off the term auteur to him. How much of that is actual artistry, artourness, and how much of it is just he's just a weird guy.
But see, I don't find it that weird. I mean, we're talking about a video.
The very first shot was going down someone's esophagus and the baby's in there.
That's a video game, though. There is no such thing as weird to me in a video game. It's whatever you want your imagination to be.
And
I mean, especially if you...
It's hard.
The PS4's Imagine. Have you seen what people do on that?
No.
It's Dreams, isn't it?
Or Dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Media Molecule.
The things people create in that are amazing.
And it's hard for me to... I mean, I can't really judge it because it's not out yet. I haven't played it. All I know is some weird videos on YouTube. So maybe when I get it in my hands and actually there's a...
Let me ask you, and please be honest. I'm not trying to give you any crap.
Yeah.
Did you watch the almost an hour long of gameplay of the thing?
No.
Do that.
Okay.
Do that.
Well,
you will understand some aspects. I'm not saying it's going to clear your head of everything, but you will understand some aspects.
For something like this that seems very story driven, I almost want to go in without a lot of expectations or kind of going in blank in a way. I've seen a little bit of it, and it's strange. But I don't know. I don't think I want to know too much about it.
I mean, if you don't, then that's fine.
It's not. I don't. I'll probably play it. Most likely.
You probably will play it.
Yes.
Okay.
I probably will because, like you said, it's something new. It's something unusual. It's a story. I like story-driven games. So, sure. But, I don't like. That's the thing about like when you see a movie trailer and they give you all the plot points in the trailer. You're like, well, why do I need to watch the movie now? There's the
I never feel that way. I can watch spoiler stuff and still.
I mean, I don't like spoilers, but I don't need.
But I just mean trailer stuff.
Yeah, I understand. I've never watched a movie trailer that I've said, now I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because it told me what happens.
There's been times I've watched it, I'm like, I want to see it because it looks terrible.
I've had questions. The biggest, I remember it was Terminator Genesis. That was the one where they revealed something in the. I was like, why?
John Connor.
Yeah. Why did they show that?
Yeah.
That could have been. I still went and watched it, and it was still bad. But I still went and saw it. But still,
I don't know, something like this. Like I want just enough to for games. I want something just enough to pique my interest, but I don't want to know too much about it. Just enough to be like, oh, there's a little hook in there. All right, now I'm curious.
Thar66 says, hey, did they really show 1 hour to the public of gameplay or just behind closed doors? If we're talking about Death Stranding, I don't necessarily know that it's an hour. I think it's a good chunk, though, like 35, 40 minutes worth of gameplay that was shown. You can find it on YouTube. It was not shown for E3. It was shown prior to E3. And it was basically because Sony wasn't going to be there to show it off. So you should be able to find it online. And be able to watch it. Just a few weeks old, so it does reveal gameplay. I'd say gameplay mechanics and some of the way that the game works. It talks about that, what it does, and why it's there. And how it works and how it reacts and what you're supposed to do whenever it does things like that. It talks about all of that. So
I watched it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but
it explains the baby stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, and I know you don't want to.
It's BB.
Yeah,
BB.
Whatever.
BB.
I know you don't want to be. I know you don't want to be spoiled on story stuff. So sure, don't watch it if you don't want to, but you need to know ahead of time. Are you gonna, when this thing releases in November, you gonna pick it up and play it, or are you not?
Maybe not in November.
Okay,
because that's going to be a busy time frame for me.
Work-wise or game-wise?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't know what's coming out in November game-wise other than that.
Well, I mean, I'll be playing Fallen Order, for one.
Oh, that's out in November, I guess?
October.
It's in October.
I think it's like mid-October, I believe.
It gets canceled.
Don't even joke, man. I got MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries in September. That'll be a big one. I think there's
November 15th.
Yeah.
Fallen Order? Mm-hmm. November then. Yeah, so there's some other stuff too that's coming around at the end of the year that I'm like, oh man. I will say I am not. I could pretty much tell you right now I'm not going to do Wolfenstein.
I'm not either.
Based on what you went through with the sequel?
With New Colossus and the gameplay that I saw from this.
New Colossus is the story structure and everything made me
let down.
Take a step. Well, let me take a step back because, like I said, I got the most thing that stood out to me with that was I wasn't even aware I got to the end of the game. Well, I mean, I was expecting some epic battle. I mean, it was a long, hard battle, but it was just a difficult battle. Then all of a sudden, closing credits.
Yeah.
In scene with at the TV studio, and I'm like, wait a minute.
That was it?
So what I just went through was the final battle. So yeah, going through that made me want to take a step back on that. So that's a definite wait a minute and see what happens with that.
I didn't for the New Order and what was the little DLC?
The Old Blood.
Old Blood.
Yeah.
That one actually I cared about Blazkowicz. I thought it was interesting. This really for the
New Colossus.
I didn't care. I don't. There's just something about it. Just it didn't grab me.
I want to say it was similar to what happened. What I went through with Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Yeah. Borderlands and Borderlands 2, I had a lot of fun with. Those were fun games. Pre-sequel, not so much. Basically, because I couldn't really get into the characters of the pre-sequel.
It just.
And I really didn't. It was more the
soulless.
Same. It was more the same.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get to the characters, so I didn't have any interest in following them. So it got really bland, really, really quick.
Yeah.
But
Plus,
in this case, I can't.
Doom
this game
Eternal?
can't do
When's
it.
that?
Yeah. Doom Eternal?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That one
November
looks
22nd.
Yeah, see, November's going to be a bit. See, you know.
November for me is Shenmue.
Oh,
3.
yeah, Shenmue 3.
Shenmue 3 is
I've
coming
already,
out November
yeah.
3.
Which that's the thing we didn't get into last week that I wanted to get into, and that was Epic Game Store exclusive.
Epics, yeah.
Yeah.
We sort of found that out during the PC Gamer Show. Was that this is going to be the man? So then people were like, "Well, I want my refund," and then then the Shenmue folks. And this is not Kickstarter. This is not whoever the publisher is. It is completely whoever's doing the development or who ran the Kickstarter said, yeah, this doesn't qualify as a refundable situation, so we're keeping your money.
Did it ever mention Steam, or did people just assume it
People
was
assume-
Steam?
I never
think?
did my research on this. So
No, wait, actually, no, it did say Steam.
from because there was no other option.
There was no other option.
At the
it was
time
either
of this.
PS4
Okay.
or Steam.
Okay.
So I said,
Right.
all right, I'll take the Steam version. Plus, freaking Ghost Recon.
So that's not. I mean, you get that on UPlay.
Yeah, but I mean that's coming out that year. I mean that's coming out at the end
Oh,
of the year
you're
too.
just-
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm still on the
Previous topic.
Yeah, but no, yeah, it
Okay.
did because like those were the options
Yeah.
that it gave me during the email was like, do you want it on PS4 or do you want it on Steam?
I just
I'm
didn't
like,
know if they had put
I'll
their label
take the
on
Steam
it.
because that's what because they give you the tier I got Shenmue 1 and 2, and those are on Steam.
Yeah.
I never played those. Never.
I like them.
Yeah.
I have fond memories of them. But it's one of those things like
On Dreamcast.
how much is that my nostalgia goggles, clouding,
Well, you saw the gameplay. How did that look to you?
like the Dreamcast.
I mean, it did look exactly like that. It looked like
Yeah.
they were not. It looked like they weren't updating any engines
No,
or anything.
No,
It's like,
it,
look,
it looked like a port of the Dreamcast.
here's a game you're going to play that's going to take you back to 1999 or
Yep.
whatever year it was.
Yeah.
Because we're not updating anything about this. It's not going to. You're not going to get it in 4K. You're not going to get any kind of. It is exactly like what it was beforehand because we're using all the same old stuff, and we're not going to take time, which they've been working on it for a while, to update any of this. It would require a new engine and all this other stuff to do. They're not going to do it. Not only that, we're also going to now move it from Steam to Epic, which I have no problem with.
Yeah.
I absolutely have no problem with the Epic Game Store.
No.
I never have. I also have to admit that I don't use it because
I just use
far-
it for the free games.
Well,
like
yeah.
it'll pop up so and so's free. I'm like, all right.
Well, then let me
add to
ask
my
you.
library.
I use it for the free games too. Have you played any of those free games? Because
Subnautica.
I have not touched. I've got them, but I haven't touched them.
I have.
I haven't even installed them.
I have.
In fact, when I go to my games library in the Epic Game Store, the only one that is highlighted and shows that I can go ahead and play
Shadow
it now
Complex?
is Shadow Complex.
Yeah.
From way back when.
Okay,
So-
so it looks like I'm going to have to ban Lethal Migraine and Nathan92 from our chat room. They're talking smack about Jedi Fallen Order.
Well,
Don't take it personal, Matt.
I'm not. Look. Yeah.
Power button on your laptop. Welcome back. Now get out.
I know. I know.
You
I
were
know
knocking
your,
Death Stranding, so
I know where your heart is as far as that's concerned, and I hope it turns out well for you.
I
I'm
would-
also thinking you're going to look at it and not. You're going to be blinded by its faults, or not. You're going to be blinded by what it is,
Yeah.
and not see its faults.
Oh, I can tell you right now it's not going to have any faults.
yeah, it's
Duh.
going to be the perfect game for you.
It will be. I mean, hello.
I understand. So
They
anyway,
they got Forrest Whitaker in it, man. That's awesome.
that didn't-
it's sold,
right?
pre-ordered,
You know,
done.
this takes me back to my whole voice actor thing, where people were like, "I'm not buying that. That guy's not the right voice actor for that thing."
No, but like
What?
Saw Gerrera.
What?
I like how they get
Like,
Saw-
I totally get it if you hire a Batman game, but you pick like Paul Rubens to do the voice or something. As you know,
Pee-wee did it.
right?
Yeah.
I totally get if the voice
because Paul
doesn't
Rubens
match.
has connection to Batman already.
Yeah, I know. I totally get that if there is no that it disconnects you from it.
Yeah.
Hardly ever do they ever go that way where it's going to do that.
But
So,
I do like how Lucas, how LucasArts and Lucasfilm, they have, even in Clone Wars and, no, not Clone Wars, but like Rebels, how they got Forrest Whitaker in there for that character. So I like that. They introduced adult Saw Gerrera as Forrest Whitaker, and they keep on using him. They get him back for the different incarnations.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. Well, they have enough money to throw around.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He did it because the price was right, man, and Disney's got the money. So you can hold out for whatever. They also have the control.
Yeah.
So
Could have been in his contract. How you
True.
have to do all these.
it could also be in his contract. It could also be a situation where he's like, "Nah, man, that's too much money. We're just going to kill your character off, or we'll recast it. We don't care."
Well, I mean, they did in Rogue One.
Yeah, they don't care.
Sorry, spoilers.
They don't care.
Yeah. Anyways,
So
there's a lot coming out towards the end of the year.
I
I will play Death Stranding. Like I said,
Oh,
it's weird and confusing to me, but all right, I played
I mean,
everything else Kojima's.
Yeah, I
I played his other stuff, and
we already hit on that. we
all right, moving on.
Yeah, we were over on the Epic Game Store situation with Shenmue. Now, and I wanted to talk to you because
Okay.
when we brought this up 2 weeks ago,
yeah.
we didn't care.
I don't care where it comes on.
RJ and I don't care.
Yeah.
I know that you backed it,
I did.
so I didn't know how you felt about the situation being where you probably backed it for PC. You want it on PC?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're getting an Epic Game Store copy, and I don't think it matters to you, does it?
No, because I'll be playing on my PC.
I understand.
In my case, I'm playing on PS4, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
about
like, it could be on
Whole
Origin,
lot
it
of
could be on
people.
Steam, it could be on what I don't. It's the
Okay, that's
the
fine.
front end doesn't matter. I'm playing the game on my PC. That's what
I understand.
matters.
I understand.
So
perfectly fine.
I
wanted your opinion on it, and that's that's what I got.
I don't get the people that are complaining about this.
Nor do I.
I mean, maybe like years ago, before like all the different stores came out, I was like, oh, I want everything in the same place. But now I'm just like, I just want to play a game.
I can understand their
I've been-
nitpicks of the quality of the store as far as the features that it has compared to what Steam has. It's not on.
But do you remember
It's
Steam
not
when
in
it
the-
first came out?
I
What,
know.
was it?
I know. Yeah.
It was horrid.
It's not an argument that trust me. I don't
Yeah.
get into arguments with people who
Yeah.
are in this sort of situation because
Like that. I don't think that's an argument. Is it bad? Sure. I know a lot of people get mad just for the fact that they were, the Chinese company that they were backed by.
but Tencent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had the whole security issues. That's the only legitimate hate I can understand. If you're afraid of your
possibly but,
information being
yeah,
out there.
but then again, there's been you use Discord, right? They're backed by that same company.
Correct.
I mean,
Correct.
there's plenty of. I think Twitch may even have a hand in it as well.
Yeah.
Tencent-
I'm saying that's the only thing I could give you.
Yeah,
I don't use it because there's nothing.
and that's pretty weak to give them as well, right? That's a pretty weak argument
correct.
to stand on.
I don't use it because there's nothing on there for me.
Right, I don't
And the
use it
moment there
either,
will be,
only for the fact
sure.
that there's no games. There's no game now. When something becomes an exclusive, and that's going to be the only place I can play it, that's when I'll get it. But I won't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
It's not like I'm holding out.
Tumbleweed Park is a game that I was interested in. It's in my Steam wish list. It was free on the Epic Game Store. Guess where I'm going to play it? Because I got it for free. Boom. Same with Subnautica. That was another one that was like, oh, I'm really curious about this. It looks really cool. It was free on the Epic Game Store. Boom. So I'm playing on the Epic Game Store. I'm like, whatever. I'm playing it.
And that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. When we get to that point where something's there and I'm going to have to play it on the Epic Game Store, then I will, and I won't have any complaint about it whatsoever. I almost got to that point with Dangerous Driving, but I'm probably going to pick that up on console. However, really, Borderlands 3 I think hits, and I might get that.
I don't know. Man.
I don't know if I'm going to get that at release or if I'm going to hang on. I don't know.
Is that
Yeah.
September?
It is September.
Yeah,
September
September,
13th, I believe.
Yeah, that's when I'm just like, I don't know.
See, I don't know either. Especially being the 13th, and the 17th is when the expansion for Destiny hits, and everybody moves over to Steam, and this whole thing changes completely.
Yeah.
And so I know that my time is going to be a lot into that. Borderlands, however, is one of those games where you need to, and I found this out from Borderlands 2, man, you need to be there when
Friends?
everybody else is playing.
Yeah.
If
Doing
they-
it by yourself is kind of.
I hate playing by
Boring.
myself. Borderlands, I hate playing by
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
But it is a game that moves with its player base. So if you come in 6 months later by yourself, they've moved ahead of you.
Oh, yeah.
They are
Way
ahead
ahead-
of you and
way
can
ahead.
do
They're raiding
nothing.
vaults, and you're just like,
Yeah,
hey.
they can do nothing with you, and you can do nothing with them, and it is going to be a slow slog for you by yourself.
You're going to get killed a lot because me and my
catch
friends
up.
are playing in the ultimate Vault Hunter mode.
Yeah.
and you need all the help you can get in that because the guns and weapons that I have, they're doing minimal damage. And I've got to have partners to do to make progress in there. So yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know that I don't know that I'll do that. I know there were some other exclusives that were announced specifically for Epic Game Store, and I can't remember what they are, so obviously it's not a game that I'm going to be playing.
Yeah, probably not.
But it's also not something that I just hold on to because it's like, okay, I'll get it wherever it's available. That's fine. Listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, we'll go over some more news. We'll talk about what we've been playing because, I don't know.
Talk about EA and Sony.
That I would like to talk about, too, and I'd like to pull that up because obviously that is brand new. So, yeah, we'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. We've got music here from a new game called Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. This is called Theme, maybe, I think. I don't know.
Theme.
It cuts off. So the whole...
Fascinating.
First off, the title fits up and says Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, space, the. I don't know if that says theme, the song of the night, the something. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. So we're just going to play it, and we'll be back with more in-game chat.
There's no
after this.
title.
Welcome back to In-Game Chat. This is music from a game I think that came out this week, The Sinking City.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of Cthulhu mythos.
Is
Yeah.
this the theme?
It just
It just says the.
I don't know. I found the composer's YouTube page, and he had only uploaded this, and it was just called "Soundtrack: The Sinking City." That's all he had written there. The song that we play going into commercials after this segment is another thing he did for the same company, Frogwares, for one of their previous Sherlock Holmes games.
What, Devil's Daughter? Or
Yes, Devil's Daughter. Yes, exactly. Good job, Matt. Let's go to the phones real quick. Talk to Chris. Hey, Chris.
What's going on, y'all?
Hi,
Hey.
you know. What's going on with you?
Playing Bloodstained.
Figured you were.
Yeah,
Figured
anybody
you were.
out there that loves the old Castlevania Symphony of the Night, it's just pretty much just like that, you know, the same feeling you got from playing that.
Yeah. Search everywhere. I'm told playing that game, just like Symphony of the Night. Look everywhere.
Yep.
If you want full completion, it'll benefit you to do so. Yeah, you unlock a lot of good stuff in there.
Not really up my alley, but I'm wasn't this something that was in development for a while, or a Kickstarter, or a?
It was a development for a while, and he put a video of the thing out, and people were
crowdfunded or something.
It was crowdfunded and things like that. And people were like really not digging the visuals of it.
Huh.
Okay.
So he delayed it, took it back for a little while, and did some more work on it, and then it came out looking a lot better than it did. And then he put out the finished product, and people, for the most part, I hear, has been very complimentary of it.
Cool.
Except for the only issues that's been coming up, like we talked about off air, was the Switch. The Switch version isn't as crisp and clean, but it's not as powerful as the other consoles that it's on now. So that's the main reason why. Still good, just doesn't look as nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you playing it on the Switch?
Well, I've got it on both systems, but I'm mainly playing it on PlayStation.
Okay, okay. I was wondering if you'd had any problems playing it on Switch. I'd heard some bad things about that. That it wasn't the best of a port to the Switch, I think, or it had the most problems, I believe. So, but if you're enjoying it on PS4, then fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, buddy, thanks for calling as always, and have a great week, and we'll talk to you next weekend.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Take care.
Take care now.
Bye.
Bye.
I guess just before we came on the show, there was an announcement that EA Access will now be available on PS4. That will go into effect on the 24th of July, which is interesting. This feels more and more like Sony sort of coming around saying, okay, fine. All right, fine. We gave crossplay with Fortnite, fine. We gave crossplay with Rocket League, sure, whatever. Mm-hmm. All right, we gave it to Activision for their Call of Duty game coming up next year, whatever. Fine, yes. Oh, Jesus, EA, fine. Get on, it just seems like Sony being more open to saying, okay, sure.
Yeah.
What are they have nothing to lose.
No.
Other than more people playing their system. I've never understood this whole, nah, we're not going to do that. We don't want you guys to play with other people. Because let's go the Fortnite route, and I know there are adults who play Fortnite, but I'm going to take the I don't want to say grade school route, but I want to talk kids, 4th and 5th grade, right? Mm-hmm. Going to school, talking about Fortnite, and yeah, we can play. Well, I'm on PS4. Well, I'm on Xbox, and this guy's on PC, so we're going to play together. You should come play with us.
Can't.
He can't because he's on a PS4. So what does he do? Sell his PS4 so he can buy an Xbox to play with his friends on there so they can all play together. Or Switch or whatever, what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So,
or cell phone.
I mean, there's plenty of ways. Yeah. But it does nothing to help you by blocking all of that out, by blocking out the crossplay. It does nothing to help. So, I mean, this is, and I understand EA Access is a far cry from actual crossplay, but it's something that for the longest time you could not get on PlayStation. It was only on Xbox and PC.
Interconnectivity between platforms in the world, I think, is a good thing.
And it just needs to become more common.
Yes.
And I think eventually
it needs to be the default.
I know. It's going to get there. Yeah. I think it really is going to get there. So, Nate had sent me this link, and I'm going to post that in the chat room there for you guys. And it is for the EA Access PS4 stuff.
Countdown.
A little countdown there. You can sign up and, be informed when a subscription becomes available and do that whole thing. Speaking of EA, they were... Yeah. They were... Yeah. The Carrie Hopkins.
She's popular.
Right? Carrie Hopkins is from EA. She is the VP of Legal and Government Affairs. There was an oral evidence session held at the UK Parliament's Digital Culture, Media and Sport Committee that happened a couple of weeks back, or maybe a couple of days. I can't remember how long ago this was. The Scottish National Party MP Brendan O'Hara said that evidence suggests a close link between loot boxes and gambling, especially among adolescents. He then turned to Hopkins, as well as a representative of Epic Games as well, who was also in attendance to talk about Fortnite, if they considered loot boxes to be an ethical feature.
In her reply,
we don't call them loot boxes, Hopkins began her response, adding that EA instead refers to them as surprise mechanics, She then elaborated on what exactly that means and why so-called surprise mechanics are just like blind pack toys. Quote, if you go to, I don't know what version of your Target is, a store that sells lots of toys, and you do a search for surprise toys, what you'll find is that this is something people enjoy. They enjoy surprises. And so, it's something that's been part of toys for years, whether it's Kinder Eggs or Hatchimals or LOL Surprise. We do think the way that we have implemented these kinds of mechanics in FIFA, which of course is our big one, our FIFA Ultimate Team and our packs, is actually quite ethical and quite fun, enjoyable to people. She also said that EA does not consider loot boxes or surprise mechanics to be gambling. And, quote, we also disagree that there's evidence that shows it leads to gambling. However, that evidence has been enough for countries like Belgium and the Netherlands, both of which have banned certain types of randomized loot boxes under their gambling laws. The packs, the surprise, that's fun for people, she said. They like earning the packs, opening the packs, building the teams, trading the teams. So, yeah. In an earlier update this year, Epic removed the random element for purchase loot boxes in Fortnite's non-battle battle royale mode, Save the World. I don't think we can agree to say that games are addictive, said Hopkins. I would tell you that Electronic Arts already is a very responsible company. The first comment says yes, EA is indeed responsible for a lot. Surprise mechanics.
That's to me such a lawyery.
Obviously outside of
she is a lawyer, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't play. I know. I don't play FIFA.
No.
I don't play Fortnite or anything like that. But going to EA, I mean, they took the loot boxes out of the Star Wars games, right?
I think so.
Didn't they take those out?
Yeah, under pressure.
I just played the single player.
All the pressure they had, of course they took it out.
That's what I thought.
I don't know. I mean, she has a point about those Kinder Eggs.
Yeah.
Surprise toy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That you choke on.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I think the thing that people think about more of those is that how the grind that we're used to doing has been so artificially lengthened, and like I've said before, forced impatience.
Yeah.
To make you go ahead and buy those loot boxes and instead
right
of
now in
to go
some
grind for this stuff.
I understand the comparison she was going to, and I get that that was. Look, I'm old enough to know that I used to bug my parents to take me to McDonald's for a Happy Meal because I was trying to collect a set of whatever Chippendales Rescue Rangers figures that they had, and I needed all of them.
Yeah,
and these were random.
Did you get them?
Yeah,
I have a bag full.
Oh,
yeah.
I have a bag full of California raisins, Flintstones, transforming packs
the big
of French
meals?
fries and Big Macs and everything
Big Mac
else.
And
this whole Ziploc bag fits inside a ghost trick or treat bucket that I also got as a Happy Meal. So I mean, look, I'm covered. Yeah. But
I actually had one of those too.
Yeah, I can remember this. I can remember doing that. So I mean, I understand where she's trying to compare it there. Yeah. What isn't comparable is exactly what you were pointing out, RJ. Is that you unlock a loot box of some sort for playing something, and then that loot box is on a timer unless you decide to pay some money to get another one.
Right.
And also, the only way to get something of value is to spend more money.
Spend more money. Yeah.
Well, let me back that up. The only way to possibly get something,
the chances of you getting something exclusive is better if you give us money for these for an attempt at getting this loot box opened up for the prize.
Right.
It's like you were talking about with those the Happy Meal figures, like baseball cards. How many duplicates did I get of baseball cards looking for the special players in there that I was picking up?
The problem with that whole McDonald's thing is that as I'm older now, and I imagine back then my parents could have been like, they could have slipped them like a $5 bill and said, "Can you just give us the set, please? Thanks." and whoever's behind the counter probably would have been like, "Sure, here." I didn't care, But I was, I got to get this. I got to get this.
Yeah, that concept didn't even apply to you at all at that age.
Oh, what's the other? In somewhere in the house, I also have the Alvin and the Chipmunk glasses. And Smurf glasses. I think Hardee's or somebody came. Yeah,
8-ounce Coke glasses like that.
Well, they're glasses. They're actual glass, but they have like the pictures on them and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I had the Star Wars ones of those.
I remember collecting all of those
from Burger King,
and it was random. Mm-hmm. It was completely random as to what you got. So, I mean, I remember doing all of this stuff, but again, I get what she's saying by doing the surprise toy stuff, going into a store and doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know how FIFA works, but I know how Star Wars worked, and it didn't work that way.
It was worse.
Yeah.
FIFA,
Yeah, so it didn't work that way.
FIFA's their cash cow, so that I can see them extending stuff at a ridiculous level to get folks to pay money for players in that game. I mean, I see the same thing in MLB The Show. I mean, you can pay stubs, or you can just grind it out, play games, and get stubs and buy players for your Diamond Dynasty team. Yeah. You know, I've played folks online in that game where they had a whole bunch of all-stars on their team, and I got a bunch of B and C level players. They got top-tier A Diamond folks. And I don't know if they got it out by grinding out, but I doubt it. I think some folks were just paying some good money to get a lot of stubs and get a lot of packs open all at one time. Yeah. So she didn't mention that aspect of it.
No, she didn't. So I mean,
this is happening at any given point. They get the programmers that who makes these games can at any given time just increase the requirement for getting the stuff at if you get it legitimately through grinding at any given time, and don't have to tell you some shadow update that is not part of the program.
I mean, I'm glad that we see it being focused on with the games that I play, or at least the companies who make some of the games that I play, where you find this running rampant and also running completely unmonitored or unpoliced, I suppose, is mobile games.
Yes.
I mean, that is just...
That's the one where parents get their bill and surprise mechanic.
That's where it started.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Candy
where it
Crush.
started. Yeah. And so that's where it is, and that's probably the biggest right now. I think it's one of the reasons that mobile gaming, when they talk about revenue generated, it is up there higher than most any kind of console gaming or anything else. It's why other people look at mobile gaming and say, we got to do that. We
Probably
gotta get
cheaper to make.
Totally. And easier to pull people into.
Yes.
Yep.
To nickel and dime them.
Yeah.
To...
Because, you don't have your console on you at all times.
No.
When you're at work, going to the bathroom on a break,
Mm-hmm.
You got your phone, you're like...
consoles at home or on the road with you to a trip or something like that, but most time you're going to have your phone with pretty much going to have your phone with you all the time.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. Coming up on the top of the hour here, just to go over some of the things that...
I'm still thinking about that statement that you said, that she said during that thing. Everyone likes surprises. Not really, no.
I
get fired. How much of a surprise is that?
Right.
Is that an enjoyable experience?
No. It's not that I like surprises. What I like is a game that doesn't. When I pay for a game, I get the game that I paid for, not just part of it. Where I have to keep putting money into it to get more of this game.
Season passes.
Season passes, I don't mind.
Different. That's
Season
extra
passes, I don't
content.
Real quick, this article pulled up 2018. Let's see, was this for the global revenue from in-app purchases was projected to be at $71 billion, and by 2020 it's expected to be at $189 billion.
Yeah,
we should make an in-game chat app.
I don't want to be one of those people. I mean,
I
understand. Look, you don't want to make money. Well, no. Obviously, money. Yes, that's good, but. Nah, that's a skeevy way to do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Candy Crush, at the moment, they're in second place at daily revenue of $1.3 million.
Who was first?
Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite? Yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
But that's not mobile.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the mobile.
You're saying
but
about
they do have a mobile version.
Yeah. They do.
You're saying about season passes? Not so much?
I don't consider season passes that way. I mean, obviously it depends. If I'm paying...
Well, I'll put it this way about when I talked about when Street Fighter V came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
not all the characters were out, and so you had to pay another $30 every season. So a game that it would normally back in the day cost $60 to get all these characters, now it costs $60 plus $150.
See, I think of like season pass stuff more like like BattleTech, right? You got your main game, and then the season pass will be like this extra campaign, or this extra story bar, that like it's separate. It's additional story. Or like the Assassin's Creed, they have Atlantis, as like a whole story mission that's its own thing. If it's just extra characters that should be in it to begin with, that's just
which is the case of Street Fighter 5.
yeah. That's wrong. I don't
Yeah.
know if Mortal Kombat did that or not.
Mortal
Kombat
Kombat's
does
doing
that.
that now.
Is it with the crypt and everything?
No.
No.
The crypt is outfits and gear and for the characters like in Injustice 2. But there's a season pass with at least four characters coming in this season.
Shang Tsung,
who's released
yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
He was released recently, and Nightwolf.
Is that the classic
Sindel.
Shang Tsung that looks like the actor?
Yeah, it's
From the movie?
Kerry Tagawa.
Yeah,
They got the outfit.
You're
and then they got his,
totally on board now. It's got an actor in it
Oh no,
that you saw in a movie. You totally want it now.
Go and pick it up. But no, it's like Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, Sindel.
Forrest Whitaker.
Sold.
It's just him as
Pre-order.
Ghost Dog.
Yeah. And I want to say
No
Spawn.
lines.
Lies, deception.
I want to say Spawn. I think Spawn is in there too.
Spawn's in there,
Spawn, yeah.
and they teased. Who did they tease? Terminator? No, it was Terminator, and was it Ash
Ash from Walk. I don't know.
It was
from
Terminator.
Evil Dead? And that was
Ash?
Terminator and Ash. I
I
thought
just remember
were
Terminator.
yeah, because all you heard was a chainsaw,
I don't know.
but we knew it wasn't Texas Chainsaw.
No,
Not Leatherface?
Yeah, it wasn't Leatherface.
Leatherface was in MK10.
Yeah, exactly. We're behind. We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more in-game chat again.
Yes, it is Ash.
Spawn,
Huh?
Ash, and Terminator.
It is Ash. That's
Ash
what I
and
thought. We've got.
I choose you, Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
It's not that one.
The $93 season pass from Dead or Alive. Yeah, Mikaru said in chat. And
What?
Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive has $93 season passes just for costumes and characters in there. So yeah,
We're just going to keep on interrupting you. We're just
That's
gonna
fine.
keep
Well,
talking.
I got to take a break. It doesn't matter. Sherlock Holmes, Devil's Daughter. This is what the next piece of music that you'll hear as we go to break, and we'll be back with more in-game chat after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chats. This is music from a mobile game. Funny that, huh? Harry Potter, Wizards Unite, whatever that. That's all I've been seeing on like social media, Facebook posts.
I swear this sounds
Here's my
familiar.
code.
I'm
Here's my
playing
code. Yeah.
I saw someone post that, and it just said HP and a whole bunch of numbers. I'm like, man, that's a lot of hit points.
Like some little brown and white thing on the
Yeah.
something with all these numbers and code. Yeah,
This is this track is called. Is it Fox the Phoenix? I
Yeah,
don't know.
Fox.
Yeah, Fox the Phoenix. It's the name of this track. The theme for it is just
remember?
basically the Harry Potter theme, which is why I didn't use that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's
obvious
just,
reason. Yeah.
yeah,
There's
just the
a-
Harry Potter theme.
On the subreddit, there was a pinned post, and they're like, hey, post your code. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll post it just to get the friend achievement. And I was at work, and a couple hours later, I was like, oh, let me see if anyone has sent me a friend request. It was like, oh, 48, 49, 50. Oh, you're,
Oh no! Stop! Stop!
So I'm at like 60-something friends now.
I haven't looked at that at all.
Me neither.
It's
yeah.
not going to last as long, but
It's just
I mean,
Yeah.
we go down to Prattville.
Is it? It's like Pokemon Go,
Oh,
right?
totally.
yeah, it's made by the
Okay.
same people, right?
Yeah.
All the same points or
Everything, yeah.
locations.
So, but you're not throwing a ball to catch a critter. What are you
Casting
doing?
a spell would be my guess.
To catch a to do what?
So these like little action symbols of parts that you're trying to. Basically, things have disappeared within the story, and you're trying to bring them back.
Okay.
So if you find one, I don't know if I have any energy or like Pokeballs, but
Mana.
like that's an item that was lost. So then
Okay.
it tells you the strength or threat level, and then you do the combination of the
Oh.
spell, and then that tells you like how well you did your spell, and
Well, that's why aren't they doing that with Ghostbusters? That's I see that.
Yeah?
What you just
Oh, yeah.
did. It's totally you can do this with
that would be
Ghostbusters.
fun.
I
would
have
do that.
no idea why they don't.
Money.
Oh, I bet they will. Movie comes out what next year? I think. Oh, I bet they'll be on top of that.
They just signed Paul Rudd.
Did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's going to be in it.
All right.
I like Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
Get him on the show. See what you can do.
The only game I've been playing is Destiny.
Yeah,
That's all I can tell you.
All right, so go to Matt. What do you?
I've only been playing Destiny.
No, we got a half hour of this.
Yeah, I know. Destiny 2 is all I've
Like,
been
I'm not
playing.
going to talk about it. So,
Finished up the Iron Banner run. They've got the Menagerie, which is really nice, and so I've been kind of doing a lot with that to get the god rolls that you want on certain weapons as well. So they talked about in the last few weeks. They've talked about a bunch of changes coming to Destiny once their new expansion launches. The movement over to Steam, how all that's going to work, how all that's going to carry over.
When's that date?
So the Steam migration is gonna. It seems to be that it's going to happen before the launch of the thing, and I don't know. They did a 12-hour maintenance on the game Thursday. The thing was down for 12 hours.
That's a long one.
Because they were working on some back-end cross-save stuff. So I would imagine sometime there's probably going to be a layover, a grace period of like, okay, you've got to be off Battle.net by September 17th, right? By the time Shadowkeep launches, you've got to be off of it. However, you'll be able to play it on Steam and on Battle.net in some sort of grace period of you've got, and that's what I think they want to do is they want to start this as soon as possible so people have plenty of time to move all their stuff before they can't do it anymore. Actually, you know what? I think you'll be able to do it. You just won't be able to play it like you'll be able to. If you've been away for a while or whatever and you come back, you'll have to go to Bungie, to the website, mark what you want as here is my, your master account. And it's your PC account. So here's my master account. I want to move that over to Steam. I think you'll be able to do that anytime at all you want to do that. Even after the 17th. You just won't be able to play the game until you've done that. Or start up something new on Steam, I guess. So I think they'll probably get that initiated by August at least. A good month and a half or so of that being there, so people can make that. I would think, in time for that transition. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out how that's going to work. The only thing I'll be cross saving with will probably be my PS4 account. Maybe. I don't even know if I'm going to do that. It's there. I will have to rebuy. I'll have to buy Shadowkeep on 2 systems in order to do that, on PC and on PS4 in order to do that. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I'm not exactly sure just yet. But I will be there on PC whenever they do the change. This is kind of nice, actually. It's the first time in a couple of seasons, I suppose, where they're not launching content while I'm in Seattle. The past times that they've done this, they've had a free weekend to play the new content, or the content was launching the day I was flying back, which was the day after Labor Day or something like that. And this is the first time that they're not doing that in a while. So, when Forsaken released, I was in Seattle. Couldn't get into it until the day after it had already been released. So it'll kind of be nice that I'll be here whenever that launches. So anyway, that's what I played. I haven't played anything else that I'm trying to think of. Have I? No. I feel like I have, though.
It's been 2 weeks.
I know. I feel like I've dipped my toe into at least something, but I don't think I have. No, so yeah, that's it. Destiny 2 for me. Let's go to RJ.
A little bit of a Grand Theft Auto Online, selling businesses, trying to get my money up. I found a little guide on YouTube, so I was able to sell a bunch of motorcycle businesses, and the feeling of being able to sell about $1.3 million worth of merchandise solo, it's a pretty good feeling. I was able to pull it off thanks to this guide I saw from The Professional on YouTube, watching one of his videos, a solo guide. It says it's a solo guide to get you like a 45 million a day, but I don't have all the equipment, but I was able to get at least about a million or so in one day, so that's good enough for me. I don't have to grind that much in there. I picked up Bloodstained,
right,
but on Ritual of the Night. I didn't get to play it yet, but I did pick it up. I just wanted I haven't played it yet. Like a lot of times, pick up a lot of stuff and haven't been played it yet. But for the most part, I was playing Samurai Showdown that came out this past Tuesday.
Okay,
yeah.
This is I go through and I look for music, right?
Right.
And I try to get stuff that's been released, and sometimes I can't tell if this is like, is this it was released on mobile or something? Because I saw Samurai Showdown, I was like, that game's been out for, why is that on the list?
Since 1993.
Yeah. Like, why is that on the on the list of new releases?
Because a remake was put out on the 25th.
They did a remake, yeah. Which is why you don't hear any music from Samurai Showdown. I thought I was just, I thought maybe a mobile version had been released, and that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't mess with it. So.
Yeah. So I was having a good time with that. Trying to get used to the system of it because it's not anything that you're used to with the current type of fighting games right now. A lot of fighting games right now are really offensive based, really, like rush in, attack, all offense, no defense. This is one of those games that goes back to the old ways of playing fighting games where you have to have your footsies and your neutral game on point if you want to succeed. So that's the type of game this is, and that's why me and some friends of mine, one of the members of the chat room, Bakuru, in the chat room right now, we had a session of playing, me and some friends of mine at GT South the other night, and we were playing this game and playing each other and trying to learn some stuff about the game, but we all had the same feeling that the people who we were playing online, they were playing the game like it was like as if it was Street Fighter V or some current modern fighter. So they think you can just go and run in with combos and all these fancy things like that and not have to worry about defense. That's the exact opposite in this game because it's not really combo based. I mean, one good hard slash from an opponent could take off about, if you hit it right, about 33% of your lifeline. I really don't need a combo if I can hit you in like 2 hits and bam, the third of your lifeline is gone. 2 more of that and match is over and the round's over. I got you. So you have to work on your defense. And this is also something that really stuck out to me. This is one of the first 2D games in a while that doesn't really punish you for having good defense. You can sit there and block and defend pretty much all day. Take a game like Street Fighter V, for example. If you sit there and block all day, you get something called gray health. Gray health will build up in your lifeline. And that's health that can come back, but it takes a while for it to come back. I've always said it like this. Having a lot of good defense in Street Fighter V, you're setting yourself up for the world's strongest jab. Because if you get hit with a jab while having gray health, you lose the health that you lose from a jab plus everything that's in gray health. So that jab that takes off maybe 5% now takes off possibly 20%. I mean, it's ridiculous sometimes, but that's the penalty of having good defense. Mortal Kombat for 11, you get chip damage from blocking special attacks and normal attacks. Basically, normal attacks you don't get chip damage from, but in Mortal Kombat you get chip damage from specials and normal, so it's not really beneficial to you to block all day. You're going to end up losing a lot. Samurai Showdown in this case, you can block and not take a lot of. You don't take any damage at all, no chip damage from normal attacks. You just do it from special attacks, things like that. So that was something that really stuck out to me. And something else about it is that you have to be patient. You have to. This is not a game you can just rush in because, like I said, being punished in this game hurts a lot. So it was something that was really refreshing to me because it brought back the old ways of playing fighting games before. Like I said before, if you don't have a good neutral game or footsie game, as they say, you're going to get punished real quick. And it's but I'm finding it very enjoyable right now. So I'm getting go online. So basically, if I get some more matches under my belt, I can go online and get some more experience that way. But I'm having a good time with it so far.
Well, good.
That's all I played.
Matt, what about you?
Obviously, Elite. Kevin and I are getting ready to go to Colonia, which is in the far reaches of the galaxy, about a couple hundreds of thousands of light years away from where you start. So we're just building up for that. Just doing some missions. Bought a new capital ship, an Anaconda, so that's been a lot of fun. Playing it on the Oculus, and it just changes everything. It's so wonderful. I did the new Hitman. They have a new mission, the bank heist, or the bank, and in New York. So it's a new level and everything in Hitman. So I played through that. I got all the challenges except for one. I didn't do the Chameleon challenge, but doing that, the new elusive target's out. I was able to silent assassin that one. Mm-hmm. That one took place in Marrakesh at night.
How fast did you get through it?
It took me a while because it's one you had to find him first. So I'm just wandering around trying to figure out where he's at, and it's kind of I think it was one of the legacy, from Hitman, Hitman 1. Mm-hmm. One of the legacy, because they've been sort of reactivating, I guess, the old Hitman 1 elusive targets. Right. But I didn't remember where he was in that one. So it took me a while to find him, and then I was able to finally take him out. I poisoned him without anyone looking, and then you had to find some information elsewhere in the map, and I did that. And I loaded up. I have a Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, and Steam gave me a free copy of the VR version, and when I bought that. And so, all right, let me try it. So I put it in VR, and I started playing that today. And, with the headphones, the Oculus has the headphones right in the, the ears and everything.
Yeah, full immersion.
And just, man, that game is whispering in your head the whole time.
Yeah, I was about to say what a difference that makes, because that's all about the illusions, visual and audio illusions that you have to go through in that game.
And I was able to, actually, when I was playing, I actually got down on the floor, because, when you start off, you're on this, sort of log raft as you're going through, the credit sequence. Have you played it? Okay, so when, at the very beginning, I actually got down in my VR headset and I looked underneath the water, and it's all modeled underneath the water.
Oh no, they say
So I'm looking at the bottom of the log. I'm looking at their stuff on the ground. the river. But it's you would never see that unless you did. So I'm like, wow, that's actually interesting. They actually modeled this whole thing.
It's on PS4, isn't it?
I think so.
I think it is.
I believe it is. Yeah.
VR.
Yeah.
Is VR on PS4?
I don't know if the PS4 has the PSVR version, but that was really interesting.
Usually it does. Usually they do. Yeah.
They're pushing VR a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if it is on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, Thar66 says doesn't think so, so I'm not sure.
No.
Okay. And doing some more in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Just picking that back up and doing a little bit more missions and that. Just I haven't beaten it yet. Heck, I haven't even gone to all the different islands yet because there's still a lot to do in that. And they keep on adding more. I've noticed there's waypoints that are new waypoints because I got the collector's edition. I mean not the expansion, whatever the season pass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. I picked that up on a sale.
Okay.
And so now there's more stuff to do, and I'm like, more. So I'll do that.
Nate, what about you?
Yeah.
All
Since
right,
the last
so-
time you were here, what have you been playing?
Since last January.
Starting last January, yes,
All right.
please.
So, I have no clue. No. One of the main games that I picked up, Risk of Rain 2. I know it's in beta, but I loved the first Risk of Rain. I remember you mentioned that a few weeks ago or a month ago, however long ago. As of late, I've been playing that a little bit. But I got yesterday Super Mario Maker 2.
Oh, yeah.
I'd never played the first one.
You got a Switch since last we talked to you then?
I had one. No, remember, I had one in January. Last January.
Was it last?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
It didn't. I didn't think it came out until March of last year.
What?
The Switch.
March of...
Oh, no. I'm sorry. The Switch came... I was thinking of Zelda came out in March of last year.
I don't remember when that one came
Was
out.
it Zelda? Or was... Yeah.
March 3rd of 2017.
Is when the Breath of the Wild came out?
Nintendo Switch.
2017? I didn't realize that. Wow.
Yeah,
I thought it'd only been out for just over a year now.
PS4's almost 6.
Well, I know the PS4's been out for a while. I was just thinking of the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
So I have Mario Maker on my DS, and
Okay.
I haven't really done much with that.
But see,
how
you
is it?
couldn't download levels on that, though.
I don't think
The main reason I got it is
To play
because
other
I knew
people's?
I wanted to play other people's levels. Because I know,
All right.
I was reading an article a couple weeks ago, as of 2017, there had already been like 1.8 million levels on
Wow.
the first one. So I was
Now,
like,
can you play the levels from the first one on 2, or is it?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I never played the first one.
But I was wondering if, like, some of those levels that people had done, if you could use
So if you
if they could import
or-
them into,
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I mean,
because then you'd have over 1 million levels to play.
yeah, at the start off. I mean, there was already, when I looked on there this morning when I was playing some, there was already 100 pages, and there's like 15 levels per page.
Some of those levels are just downright masochistic.
That's the point, I believe.
Some of them are hilarious. It's just the things people already come up with of...
Like the weird fine controls that you have to do to jump exactly at this one
Yeah.
pixel.
Well,
you know,
we were playing one, me and my wife this morning, we were playing one, and it was, you just ran. And like you just running across the screen, like everything was timed perfect, where you were just barely missing everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it,
That
like, you
reminds
didn't
me of
do
the original
anything,
Mario level with
but-
the fish. You know, when you're in the bridge and you just kept on running and the fish kept
Yeah,
on. You know.
yeah. It just, you didn't do anything, but you just held it and made all the time.
I think I saw a lot of YouTube videos of people trying to attempt some Mario Maker 2 things like that, fan made things. I think Markiplier and Dashy Games comes to mind because they had the ones with all these spikes, balls that have to jump and land, and they use a certain item and
Spin off
this
and-
and
yep.
have to spin up and then
It-
go over. Yeah, it's
there's-
like a bunch of real.
There's a few
real-
levels where
yeah.
you can never touch the ground. You're always using an object to spin yourself
Yeah.
off of. And
Yeah,
it was
I'm
I'm
one
not
of them,
playing any of those.
Yeah, it was one of them rage videos because it was
Uh-uh.
a bunch of rages. It was just going. Things were just escalating.
Yeah.
As it further went on, it was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That would just upset me.
Yeah,
Well, the thing I read about this one, like I said, I didn't play the first one, so I can't compare it. But that people were saying that the single player, they really made it more appealing to help you learn and do different types of things. And so far, all the levels on it have been super fun. Some of them have been pretty challenging, and I'm like, these are only. It's like a 3-star out of 5, and I've died 40 times. And I'm like, okay, well, I apparently stink.
yeah.
There's probably a little kid out there that's first try,
Laughing.
easy,
At your misfortune.
But what is funny that throughout the levels you can leave comments, kind of like
Very Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, yeah.
Yeah.
And so the whole time you're just like, oh, that was a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old that left that
Yeah,
comment.
yeah, because Dark Souls,
It's
some
nothing
of those,
but, yeah.
some of those,
Wiener.
No, it wasn't.
Wiener.
no, some of those tips are
We-
not there to help you.
We-
If it's anything like Dark Souls, some are
Yeah.
intentionally made to throw you off.
Yes.
like I see a cliff with nothing below it, but there's a message that says shortcut ahead.
Or
Some
some of
like
them
that.
will be like, oh, mushroom ahead, and then you just fall through the crevice. And
Yeah,
that
dead.
wasn't, yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't help it.
We
at
kept
all.
seeing kids kept. I'm like, I guess this is. I mean, Catherine's a kindergarten teacher, so she knows about little kid stuff. But people kept commenting "yeet," Y-E-E-T, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeet.
Yeet?
Yeah,
Yeet.
yeet.
What's
Y-E-E-T.
yeet?
I don't know what.
And
Look it
want to talk about just like
I don't want to look it
feeling
up.
old, listening to like young people talk. Oh man,
Yeah.
Like back in the day when we used to.
I don't know that I want a definition from Urban Dictionary. It is an exclamation of excitement, approval, surprise, or all-around energy, often as issued when doing a dance move or throwing something.
yeet.
All right.
Oh, it's
Sure.
applied, it could be
So
applied
now I
to a whole
know.
bunch of different things, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
they would just comment that everywhere. And,
I feel like that animated GIF of Steve Buscemi, with the baseball cap and the like, hey,
Yeah.
fellow kids. Yeah.
oh, another thing, someone said that the previous one didn't have a rating system for the maps.
I have
It,
no
like
idea.
it was based on like how many people played it, not liked it. And I'm like, oh, so now they have a whole rating system where you can go like a map after you play it and such. But I mean, that's been a fun one. Another one I put a ton of hours into is Dead Cells. I love roguelike games. What was the one with the little kid that was a roguelike? Jeremy. Oh no, Dennis played it a lot. What was that one in the basement? Anyways,
Binding of Isaac?
yes, Binding of
Oh,
Isaac.
that,
thank you.
yeah.
I love those type of games, where they're just all randomly generated levels and such. But Dead Cells put a ton of hours in. That one's been super fun. I still play a ton of PUBG. I don't know. Do you guys ever play PUBG?
I played a
No.
little bit of it. Yeah.
You should play what I'm playing.
You should get a flight stick and play Elite with us.
I like playing with a mouse and keyboard.
Not in a flight game like this. Like
Elite?
Yeah, Elite.
I used to play Elite with you guys.
With
you
a
say
mouse
yeet?
and keyboard.
Yes.
Yes, Eat.
Yes.
Yes.
Eat dangerous.
Yeet dangerous. Woohoo! Yeah,
I used to play
played
with you guys.
with the mouse and keyboard.
Yes. I was pretty good.
Your memory's not going, is it, Matt?
Huh?
Never mind.
Huh?
I'm just.
Huh?
I'm not gonna buy a HOTAS system.
Yeah.
No, I don't play it enough to do that.
Then you need to buy one so you can play it enough to do that.
Anyways,
That and the VR headset.
I did get a
Woo.
PSVR.
Oh yeah. What do you think?
I mean, I borrowed Scott's. So I knew I'd like it.
Yeah.
I borrowed it
Yeah,
for a year.
Everybody's borrowed my VR setups.
Yeah.
I mean, I play. The most fun is Super Hot. I love Super Hot.
I need to pick that up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Heard a lot about that one, yeah.
Yeah,
Slow down time. You get in the elevator. It's like the trial and error, the back and forth. And
Oh, yeah.
I think the one that gets a lot of folks was the elevator scene. It's
Yeah.
like you in the middle, two gunmen each side of you, and then you open the door, and there's even more sitting out there waiting for you. So
you're just in a elevator.
you're in an elevator,
trying to avoid.
basically a death trap.
Yeah.
Because there's bullets flying.
My dad really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's-
Is that one that you need to be like move around, or is it
Yeah.
just?
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
dodging
bullets apply.
Matrix.
Oh, so it's not just like sit down with a controller.
Oh no,
No. You got to move.
not the VR.
Oh, never mind
But there's
that.
two types.
Yeah.
There's
No,
the
yeah, the
VR
VR.
version and then the regular version.
Because I don't have space to move around really.
You closet,
Huh?
playing in a closet.
No, on a bed
Oh,
in my bedroom. I don't have like a computer desk. I just have,
gotcha.
you know.
Did
Eventually.
you guys ever play Beat Saber? That
No,
one's been
I've seen
super
it.
Never did
Same.
play that, no.
That's very fun.
Yeah.
That's cutting blocks in time to the music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I've
one.
seen it. Yeah.
For the PSVR, did you ever do? Well, if you had a nice little flight stick, Ace Combat 7 had those.
I haven't played that yet.
I don't know if you like the Ace Combat series or not.
Is it at Redbox? Because if it's at Redbox, I should try it.
I don't know. I don't look at Redbox, but yeah, I have it on the PS4.
Yeah, I wanted to try
and
it
there's only
first.
3 levels,
Yeah.
but like the first level, you start off, you're on
Oh,
an
the Star
aircraft
one was
carrier,
great.
and you're just like, just like taking off in a F-18 Super Hornet from an aircraft carrier. I'm like, well, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
You're looking around because I actually have the Thrustmaster PS4
Okay.
HOTAS stick. It's super cheap, actually. It's not that expensive, and it plugs right into my computer. It plugs right in the PS4. Works great, and I'm just like, playing
Yeah,
that.
I was watching his Matt's stream of it. Might still be on the on our channel on Twitch, but yeah, I was remember watching his stream of it, and you were talking about the one with the that was like the final mission. I think you had to fly a MiG or something.
Yeah.
Had the throttle was on
the
the side.
throttle was
Yeah.
well. It was a most throttles are on like the axis is like you like it goes on a curve, right? This was like on a rail.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's weird. A rail throttle.
It was a Russian plane you were flying.
Yeah.
So yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, but he was having fun with that.
Yeah.
Dodging missiles.
The one thing that I didn't like about it was if you look up too high, it doesn't. The sensors
loses
can't.
track, yeah.
Yeah, it loses track because you only have the camera looking at the eyepiece.
But
So
in dogfighting, you got to look.
Yeah, around.
It's essential to look up.
Yeah.
And see. Yeah.
But I'd say so far, though, my favorite game I've loved is Anthem. I've spent so many hours. No, I'm just kidding.
Right, exactly. All right, we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll go over the games next month for Games with Gold and also for PS Plus. It's easy to do now because PS Plus only has 2 games. But we'll be back with more in-game chat after this. Here is Theme from Super Mario Maker 2, actually.
There we go.
So we'll be right back. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from...
Theme of what?
Oh, man. My friend Pedro.
Is this the theme?
No, I don't exactly know. This is called The Doom Party by Noise Scream.
There's probably a stage in the game, yeah.
Yeah, so it's music that they use in the game. My friend Pedro is just bonkers. It's just...
Awesome.
It really is. I have not played it on... I played it mouse and keyboard, which was kind of a strange thing to have to do.
What would be the better way? Controller?
I don't know because I haven't tried it on a controller to know if it's better that way.
So I would think with the dual analog sticks.
Very possible. The way it worked with mouse and keyboard was that your mouse was the
arm.
No, that was the direction you were going to be shooting in.
Okay.
This
rotational thing, yeah.
So you had to continue. Like, it was very strange for me to move forward with like the D key, and then like want to shoot behind me and not press, the W key to turn that in that direction and shoot. I didn't have to do that. It was very strange to use, and maybe it becomes more intuitive, I guess, if I used it more than just the demo I played last year at PAX. But
you get used to it. I've played games like that.
Yeah.
That's a cross between side-scrolling and Robotron 2084. Or something like
well,
that.
it even gets more complicated because like he's dual wielding guns, and so for the most part, you're firing both guns at the whatever direction your mouse is aiming at. But there is a way to split that and fire in both directions simultaneously.
Yeah, I was about to say it's dual wielding. I'm thinking it would be pointless because you want to like shoot at two things at the same time or something like that.
Yeah.
How would you implement?
There's a way that you can lock on it in one direction with your mouse and then move it over to the next one and then start firing. But so it's a little bit strange. I'm not exactly sure how it works when you're using a controller.
Yeah.
Did not know. Didn't have that ability to do that when I was.
Is that a one-hit kill game?
No.
Okay.
No. If you,
Especially the last boss.
I haven't played it. I don't know. But no, it is not a one-hit kill game. And also, I mean, headshots matter. So when you're against the enemies, headshots don't matter against you. They do take off more health, but headshots against enemies are the better way to go.
Yeah, okay.
Because you can fire at them for a good while unless you go with a headshot.
Yeah, I was thinking about those one-hit kill games because I still haven't played it yet, but I downloaded I've downloaded Hong Kong Massacre. And
That's a one-hit kill game.
That's definitely a one-hit kill game.
Hotline Miami. Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hotline
see, you weren't here
Miami.
last week. I had music from Hotline Milwaukee. Yeah,
That was great.
wasn't it?
Oh my gosh.
From Devolver
Yeah.
Devolver
bootleg.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hotline Milwaukee. So our games this week, our games coming up for July are
They're going to be in the good.
Yeah, if you're on Xbox Live and you have Xbox, if you have Xbox games with gold, you'll get Inside. That's available all month long, and you can also pick up Castlevania Symphony of the Night through the 15th. Also through the 15th, you can get Big Crown Showdown. I'm not exactly sure what that is, and then Meet the Robinsons. So. Big Crown Showdown launched for Nintendo Switch back in January. It's an action-fighting party game with one-button combat.
Sound like a wrestling game to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that is.
Never heard of any of those.
Yeah, and then on PlayStation Plus, slim pickings for you. You've
just
got
bad.
PES 2019. Actually, yeah. Is it FIFA? No, it's PES.
No, PES.
Pro Evolution
Pro
Soccer.
Evolution Soccer.
Pro Evolution Soccer 2019, and also Horizon Chase Turbo will be available for free.
Yeah.
So, I know, not the best.
Pretty big.
Not the best selection of free games for us.
I don't know if you've never bought a soccer game and you don't want to deal with FIFA and EA.
Yeah, that's true. What is that? It's Konami. Yeah,
Yeah, Konami's
that's Konami's
actual
bread and butter.
competition for soccer as opposed to football, which still gets me, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ever since EA got that exclusivity deal with the NFL, there's no competition. If you want a football game, you're going through EA.
Steam Summer Sale is going on.
Yes, it is.
It's had some issues.
Has it?
Yeah,
I picked up To the Moon.
I noticed that. I saw. Well, see, again, I have to go through and try and find music, right? So I went through to see what people were playing. It was either music I've already used or something that just doesn't have music to it. So then I went to my activity feed to see what people had bought, to see if there was something there. And I passed by yours, and it's like, here's a bunch of VR stuff. Oh, here's To the Moon. You got the soundtrack in the game. Had you played To the Moon? You haven't played To the Moon, have you?
No.
Yeah, fantastic little game.
It looked like, yeah. It looked like it would be.
It looked like, yeah.
No, it looked like something that that old.
Let's put that on the box.
I was expecting to say it looked like Yeet.
It looked like, yeah.
It looked like
Matt.
No, it looks like that old Super NES sort of adventure
it hits
RPG
your,
that I would enjoy.
Kicks you in the nostalgia button.
When you play that the music from it, I was like, I really dug that music.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So that's why I picked up the soundtrack version, because I'm like, all right, this is some good music.
I haven't bought anything off the Steam store.
I'm thinking about gifting a friend a copy of Elite because it's like $8.
It is. I was thinking about picking that up, actually. Yeah.
$8, but I don't know if that's for Horizons or if it's just...
No, it's for so if $8 is for Elite Dangerous,
yes,
then another $8 and you'll get Horizons.
Okay,
they're both the same price. So $16 you'll get everything.
And Horizons is worth it because that allows you to land on bodies like moons and planets and stuff.
I think I was told someone told me that Killer Instinct on Steam right now is like $10 right now.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I should pick it up.
I had no idea it was even on Steam. That's still a game that I relate to Nintendo.
Consoles.
Yeah.
Consoles and
console. Well, Microsoft. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, I went through my wish list and I was like, okay, that's insane. I don't know. I'm still sort of like, $11. You're down to like Hellblade is down to $14. I'm like, not yet.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Just like you haven't played that, have you?
What?
Hellblade?
No.
Like in a demo, just like the whispering in your ears of like her going mad.
Yeah.
It seems like, oh man,
She's
it's
schizophrenic.
effective, huh?
She's schizophrenic.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I figured it was
it's
just some kind of
schizophrenia.
like madness going
No,
on.
it's
She's mental
Yeah.
illness.
Yeah.
Some
So
PTSD
you,
or
so you have
I
to
mean,
deal. So
but
you have to
man,
deal with the people. So you have to deal with actual enemies and hallucinations, and trying to tell which is which, and whatever. So yeah.
But yeah, it was just like all these like whispers in your ears, like with those headphones. Yeah, it was great. I was like, oh, this is crazy. I like it. So I'm definitely gonna dive into that.
Oh yeah.
I haven't, like I said, I haven't bought anything. They tried to gamify it again.
Oh, the sale.
Yeah. It kind of screwed things up.
Yeah, the corgi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This year's sale comes with a Steam-wide minigame called the Steam Grand Prix. It's racing-themed. Users divided into 5 teams: hare, pig, cockatoo, tortoise, and corgi.
Team corgi.
Team Corgi, exactly. I'm. If you gave me the choice to pick, I am going Corgi, and I don't care. Apparently, that's what everybody else did, and it did very, very well. The goal is to gain points by completing special in-game Grand Prix quests. Use them to boost your team. The gamified element of the sale is poorly explained and weirdly granular. First, you've got to increase your max points, in effect earning one sort of currency. Then, you've got to earn points themselves, another more literal sort of currency, up to your max. If you do this in the wrong order, you just can't use all the points you've earned. You can only use as many as your max capacity allows. Finally, you spend those points on a boost for your team, the effectiveness of which is hilariously difficult to determine. Here's Valve's explanation. Upon boosting, the nitro you've gained will help increase your team's speed in the race. Coordinate timed boost with your teammates, and together you'll increase your team boost level. 100 active nitro will result in a 0.1 time boost, 0.1x boost to your team's speed. There's other twists to this, like the fact that your initial boost meter capacity varies based on previous purchases. Users have complained that capacity can apparently be harmed by prior refunds. There's also a token system. The whole Grand Prix is tied into Steam's trading cards and badge crafting systems. It's gone to complete crap, and they've changed it. They went back, and there was also this fact that people were removing games from their wish list because the team that comes in first each day, random winners will get a game from their wish list. It was just random what game you might get. So people were throwing out, like, I'm just going to keep the most expensive games in my wish list.
Yeah.
That I want. And so a lot of devs were like, we're seeing a drastic drop in our, and just huge. And so Steam went back and they fixed the mechanics of the game. They also said that they'll choose from your top 3 wish listed games. So people, instead of removing them, they just move the game
expensive
up.
ones.
Yeah, they move those up to the top of their wish list instead of removing them outright.
I would have Train Simulator and all the bundle have that.
Right. Steam said, we designed something pretty complicated with a whole bunch of numbers and rules and recognize we should have been more clear. We want to apologize for the confusion that this has caused and also apologize for the broken mechanics that have led to an unbalanced event. So they made some changes. Specifically, the company says it's updated the event dashboard and manual to clarify the rules. And it's also made some back-end balance and item changes to make it harder for a single team to brute force its way to victory through sheer team size. They also clarified the wish list thing. If your team makes it to the podium and you're randomly chosen to win something off your Steam wish list, then we'll grant you the top item. Just move your favorite item to the top of your wish list and you'll be good to go. There's no need to remove other items from your wish list.
How about you don't gamify a sale, you just have a sale?
Their sales used to be really special. They are not
Yeah,
special
now,
anymore.
when's the last time you really got things on the Steam sale? I mean, we used to come in loot bags full of oh my gosh, I got this, now it's like, this is the first time I've gotten something on a Steam sale in over a year.
was dang near an event back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
And
was
when
special
you
back
didn't-
then.
You didn't know it would go on sale too. That
All
was
that and like your library wasn't so huge because you got everything on Steam sale.
Sure.
Very true.
Got those triple-digit numbers of games in your backlog still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'd see like the Bethesda bundle on sale. So like, boom, there's all
Borderlands
the Bethesda,
bundle.
the Borderlands bundle,
Darksiders,
the Star Wars bundle, like,
Batman.
yeah. So it's just not as
It's not what it used to be.
no.
Nowhere near what it used to be, actually.
Yeah. So I haven't. I haven't bought anything on there. I might. I don't know.
I'll be honest. Until you mentioned this, I forgot it was going on.
Right? Did you go and look?
I'm looking now.
Yeah, he's looking now.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're coming up towards the end of the hour here. There is. Okay. I might as well do this live with you guys right now because I have no idea. RJ, will you be here next weekend if I do a show?
Yes.
Matt?
I think so.
It's 4th of July weekend, so I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't have any plans. I'm
Okay.
boring.
What about you, Nate?
Yeah, Nate,
I'll let you know. I should be here though.
you're on the spot now.
Okay. I was planning on doing one. Mainly, I was just not going to do one, but that was before I got sick last weekend and took a weekend off. So I'm just going to do one next weekend. But I wanted to make sure because if none of you guys were going to be here, I was just going to not do it.
Yeah.
But if RJ, Matt, you guys are going to be here, then sure, we'll do a 4th of July show. So yeah, what's everybody going to play next week?
More Samurai Showdown in my case.
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
still learning.
more Destiny 2 for me.
I'm still
Elite
learning
Dangerous.
Mario Maker.
More of that, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to do some more Senua.
Actually, I'm also trying to beat The Witcher. I never beat it.
Witcher 1?
3.
Oh, okay.
Man,
I have them all.
see,
but
you say that, and I'm like, that's one, like, on the same point. Like, I got, I think, pretty far. I don't know. I got to the second map or the second island. I need to do more in that, but, like, I haven't
you can
played
just
it in
get
so long.
You can just start veering off, and it's like 3
Yeah.
hours later, and you're like, oh,
There's a
I've
story
not
I
done
should have been,
anything.
no, but I haven't played that in so long. Trying to get back into the muscle memory of like
It's not
knowing
hard.
how to play it. Oh man, I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
not hard. There's
Oh,
so
and,
many mods too you can do to help you.
Yeah.
Oh, and Bloodstained. I got to start Bloodstained as well. So I got those two on the horizon.
I'm gonna try and do Vader Immortal. I'm gonna pick that up.
Okay.
That's the VR thing, right?
Yeah, VR from the ILMX Labs
Yeah, you got the Oculus Rift.
Rift. Yeah.
There is, I know that you don't have the setup for it, but are you looking to have the setup to do room scale?
Eventually,
Because I know that
well, you need like a couple more sensors.
you need just 2 more sensors. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. And then you can start doing room scale VR. And the controllers, of course, as well. So, and what I think Valve just released their VR.
Yes, they did.
I can't remember what it's called, but they've got it. It's out now.
oh,
It's
gosh.
a expensive little toy there.
Yeah, $1,000 for like the bundle for
The
like
whole
the
thing, yeah.
the whole- oh yeah.
That's a drop in the bucket.
It's a big drop.
I'll take 3.
Who else wants one?
Wait till that goes on Steam sale.
Right? It never will.
I don't know, the
But
controller
you got a
was-
really good deal on yours.
I did get a very good.
Yeah, you got a good deal on your Oculus Rift.
It
So,
was- yeah.
good job.
Was it free?
No,
They don't want
It's not a good deal. Exactly. Okay. Well, folks, thank you, everybody, for joining us in the chat room, as well as everyone listening on the stream and on the radio. We want to thank everybody who grabs us each week from iTunes and however you get our show for later use. We appreciate it. Thanks, Chris, for calling in, as always. Go to ingamechat.net. You can join us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, join our Discord. If you're on Steam, check out our group there. We're all over the place. So just want to thank everybody. Sorry we were out last week, but we'll be back next week as well. Nate, thank you so much for coming in. I hope to
Absolutely.
see more of you
Oh, yeah.
on the show. So you guys have a fantastic week. We'll see you next Saturday. Here is music from 2 Point Hospital, which is a game on my wish list.
The theme.
It is called Bassinets.
Darn.
So it could be the theme. I do not know. It's very Mario Maker-esque. So anyway, we'll see you next week.
yeet.